I'm Mel Tillis, and you ain't gonna believe this.
Hi, this is Wanda Jackson. Hi, this is Loretta Lynn.
Hi, neighbor. This is Charlie Leuven.
Hi, everybody. This is Bobby Bear. Hello, everybody. This is Ronnie Millsap.
Hello, friends. This is Mike Wiseman.
Hi, this is Lynn Anderson.
Hello, friends. This is Jim Ed Brown.
Hi, friend. This is Charlie Pride.
Hi, folks. This is Ricky Skaggs.
And this is Michael Anthony. Join me and my legendary friends as we travel down Old Country Road. That's Sunday evenings from 8 to 10. We'll pick you up at the next corner. Why don't you join us as we head down Old Country Road for miles and miles and miles, right here on 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College.
Wow, that's like crazy loud music. What are you listening to?
The best music on the radio. Come on, this is the Iron Age.
The what age?
The Iron Age, the show that brings you various types of heavy metal music from all over the spectrum.
Really? I've never heard of it. How do you know so much about it?
I'm the host.
Wait, if you're the host, how you drive in this car and on the radio at the same time?
Come on, don't ask so many questions. The Iron Age with me, Justin Sullivan, delivers the best variety of heavy metal music that you could ever ask for. Only on the Iron Age will you find music as ridiculously heavy as Meshuggah and Oceano, along with chill and relaxing tunes like Tool and Deftones.
Well, that sounds cool and all, but I think I'm just going to listen to something else.
Ooh, I think that's going to be a problem. I think you're going to have to find another ride then.
What?
Listen, call and tell us. See if you can help us, because I don't know if we're all alone either, and we could use the help. That's for darn sure.
You're our captain, Ray. You'll help us out.
Well, somebody better. On Motormouth Radio, your Long Island's only automotive talk show with Ray Guarino and Joe D. 516-572-7440. And, of course, the great sounds of Mark, Don, and Mel.
Grand Funk.
Yeah, this is a CD I picked up at that new record store in Limerick. It's a live CD from 1971. And I mean,
that's when they played Shea Stadium, right?
Yeah, they were in their heyday.
Yeah,
actually, I think this song was done at Cobo Hall. But yeah, they were definitely. Yeah, and that's the thing that just to divert a little bit. One of my favorite bands in the world, of course, and I'm always surprised that a lot of rock guys and DJs don't give them more credit or more credence, because they probably just don't know music, I guess.
Well, yeah, but you know what it is too? It's like car guys sometimes, because you get car guys who we Chevys, Fords, Mopars, whatever. You know what I mean? And then you get the Euro guys.
Sure.
My BMW is better engineered than your truck-like piece of crap.
Yeah.
Chevy, something like that. Like, I remember somebody one time, I was saying, nice Corvette. We were walking past the Corvette. He goes, things like a truck.
Yeah.
Come on, it's still, it doesn't have monocoque suspension and fuel injection.
Yeah.
You know what?
Right.
Go find somebody named Helmet to friggin' fix your clock in your car there.
You may be tickling a bone here, because I know our buddy Brian, hey, Matco Man's listening, and it's. Brian was a Porsche mechanic, so but he owns a Mustang. He's restoring a Mustang.
Right.
And the thing that I was going to actually contact him, because those relays I was looking for, I know that anybody listening hasn't been party to this discussion.
You must have Bosch relays.
But Joe, I like Bosch relays actually. But I know that in the Audis and the Porsches they did use dual 87 terminal relays. So I was going to ask Brian if maybe he had some old part numbers stashed, or maybe some old relays stashed in that bottom drawer.
Yes, the famous diagnostic drawer of most mechanics, many mechanics.
I actually went into my brother's toolbox that I have at home. He was a Porsche Audi mechanic, and I did pull out a few relays. Some of these things, Joe, are like this tall. They're like 3-4 inches. One of them's got a buzzer built into it.
The tachymetric and the time and type relays.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a meme on Facebook about the different types of suspension. Like they had the strut suspension, control arm suspension, which is basically a couple of lines intersecting them. And then they had German engineering with a bunch of curves and arrows and all kinds.
And strudels.
If you're going to make it crazy, you talk to the Germans.
Yeah.
And please don't get me wrong, German car fans out there. I think I have a lot of respect for their engineering. You drive these cars, they are incredible. But unless you have the appropriate indoctrination and toolbox, you ain't doing the right thing with these cars. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, keep that in mind. If you own one of these Teutonic Wonder Wagons, to the shop that you bring it at, or if you're going to approach it yourself, make sure that you are properly outfitted, with information and tooling.
Oh, yeah.
Because otherwise, forget about it.
I want to mention, because someone's going to ask me about this creeper that Brian was talking about.
That thing is cool. They got one too for like over the top when you're working on like big trucks. You kind of lay on it. Yeah.
Oh, they got the steps. Yeah. This one doesn't have a part number. It's it's constructed of heavy gauge steel and plywood, easily adjustable with spring pull pins. It's 40 by 15 inches. Well, the pad is 40 by 15 inches. I don't see a part number here, but if you go on Matco's website, I'm sure you can find it. Either that or Brian will send us a
you can share it on the Facebook page or something.
Or he'll call and talk to us about it. We don't know.
Yeah, because let's face it, especially there's some of us that, one of the reasons I am in this business is that I fit on the dashboards. When I was a skinny little kid, and they found out that I could read and fit places, they used to stick me on the dashboards looking for electrical problems.
Yeah.
Because they found out I was not exactly a good hammer swinger. And they would watch me like do chin-ups on the half-inch breaker bar trying to take suspension stuff apart. And they're like, after they stopped laughing, they say, "You going to finish that car today?"
Yeah.
And then they found out that I fit places. But now I'm a fat little old guy that, you could hear things popping and cracking every time I try to get into those positions. Stuff like that, that type of creeper thing makes a big difference.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, I had bought a creeper years ago for myself when I was restoring my car, because I was underneath it every day. And I found I was, on a regular creeper, I was piling like towels I'd roll up under my neck.
Right.
Because my neck was, you'd have your head up at like a 30-degree angle or 40-degree angle for like, 20 minutes. And you're like, oh my God, it would start to hurt. So they make a creeper where the neck piece pops up.
Yeah.
It's actually adjustable. And now you just lay on it. It's like being in a dentist chair, I guess, without the drilling. It was, well, sometimes there's drilling, but
hopefully it's not on you.
No, it's you doing the drilling to someone.
You're the driller, not the drillee.
Right.
Yeah, let's say, and a couple times, one of my customers, my buddy Andy, I know is listening. He saw me like I was working on his GTO.
GTO Andy, yeah,
at the shop one time, and I was spending a lot of time under the dash, and he was just watching me like stand up every once in a while. And I'd be like, ah! Because like my lower back would be over the sill plate. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about.
So he brings me this pool toy. But it's like one of them rafty, floaty things with like a little pillow thingy on it. I still got it.
Okay.
He goes, "Here, try this." You know what? I felt so much. As a matter of fact, I still owe you a beer for that, Andy.
That's nice.
You know what I mean? Because I use that thing quite a bit. Because also, when you're working on a car that's got a big engine compartment and you got to work at something at the back of the engine compartment, you put this underneath your belly.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So this way you don't have like all them tattoos.
You don't have like the air conditioning compressor embedded, like
Right. Keeps certain things from getting into your belly button. It's actually a very health oriented thing. And Andy, thanks again if you're listening.
I guess this falls under car guy ergonomics. Maybe we got a new thing going here, because there's definitely stuff that we do, like we've just described, on how you make that job easier and more comfortable. Because let's face it, when we were 20, it didn't matter. You do whatever the hell you wanted. You became a pretzel, and then you just unpretzelized yourself, and then you did something else. But
like yesterday, I was working on this on the Facebook page. I didn't get it on the Instagram yet. What part of a bad ground don't you understand?
Right.
And because we had a car tied up on the lift, I just had to slide under it to look for stuff. It was a Trailblazer, so it had some fairly decent ground clearance. But once I kind of wedged myself in there, unwedging myself out of there.
Extrication.
Yes, and the boys came over to me and go, "Do you want a crane?"
I'm going to call SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, right. Would you like us to go get the crane from that construction site down the block and pull you up? I says, yeah. You can park it right next to the tow truck. It pulls my head out of my...
the Komatsu. We'll get the... Well, let's do this. Let's go to the phone, say hi. You're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hey guys, it's Hey Matco Man.
Hey Matco Man, what's happening, Brian?
Matco dude.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing today?
Not bad. We're talking about hurting ourselves in various positions.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to make it easy for you. Just lay out now and take a nap under the dash.
Oh hell yeah, Brian. Do you have a part number for that creeper?
That part number, there's actually two different ones. That one that I sent you was a UTD. Is the part number. It goes for about 165.
Okay.
And there's another one that's a MICC. And that one has a little tray on the side of it.
Okay.
So, and that's basically around 165 also, actually, 175.
We had a request. Can you share that the link to that on our Facebook page?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this way people can see what we were talking about, because it's always good to have a visual. And
no problem. I'll share that out. And I sent you, you saw on my Instagram, we had back in stock some double U-jointed locking extensions.
Oh, yes, I saw that, yeah.
You saw them, yeah.
Well, I saw that you mentioned it, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure... they're chrome, so they're not supposed to be used with air tools, but I'm sure I'll see a few guys with some busted knuckles. Spin those things around.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me ask you this. With those, I don't understand the actual, the whole concept behind it. Because now if you have this, there's two joints that could lock. So now you could make something almost like an extended Z shape out of your extension. But now you can't turn it like 360 degrees. So I'm kind of stuck on... And again, I've never used them, so please, tell us what the deal is there.
Well, like I said, you can. Like you said, you could pinch them off, make them too sharp of a turn. Mm-hmm. But ideally, it's for getting around the corner a little bit, or dig down, even for the 3/8 doing spark plugs on the back of the motor on the inline, on a 6-cylinder sideways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can get that slight little curve. And they're, like I said, roughly 6 to 8 inches long. The half-inch is a little long. It's a foot long. It's a little big. That's like a steering shaft.
Right,
I guess if you break down in the middle of the road and need a steering shaft, you got one. But
that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So what's the set? What's the deal on the set of those?
Those things are basically $35 for a quarter-inch drive. $40 for the $42 for 3/8, and the half-inch is like $70.
So they don't come in a kit of a set of 3.
No, they don't come in a kit of 3. They're just individually priced out. Individually out.
If you could share that on a page too, that'd be great, because now people can see what we're talking about. The thing that I think, I always like having the set. I like having that little plastic tray with the with the set. Yeah, I kind of like when they're all together. They live in the same environment instead of just being.
That's a lot of guys have already asked, and how most things go. This will probably come out as individuals, and then about 6 months down the road,
they'll
come out in a set type thing.
Well,
it usually goes that way.
I guess it depends what you're using them on, too, because, like me, I'm more of a quarter-inch, maybe a 3/8 guy. The half-inch I probably wouldn't use a hell of a lot. And on the other hand, there are some guys who spend more time underneath the hood, you know what I mean, or suspension, that would probably go more the 3/8 to the half.
I'll tell you something. I was just ready to pull the trigger, tell you to send me the quarter and the 3/8, because I don't know if I use the half. But I think I'm going to wait for the set. And when the set comes out...
Well, like I said, I don't have any choice, but most time it works that way.
Right.
We'll give it a shot and see what happens.
Yeah.
If not, we can go with the 2.
Well, keep us informed on that, because then we'll listen. We love to share our experiences with fixing cars and our experiences with tools that work. Because let's face it, to fix a car, you got to have tools. So that's.
And if I can make it easier, that's a lot easier, and then you don't lose your hair.
Oh, well, thanks. You know what, Brian? I tell you what I want to do. We're going to take our last break. I want to keep you on if you'll stay with us, because then we want to come back and talk about some of those German relays.
No problem. I'm got the day free.
Excellent. And now, Joe, not knowing, I never met Brian in person. I've seen him on Thursday night on the Play and Traffic show all the time. Done business with him. Joe, Brian, I don't know if you like the reference or not. You kind of, when you grow your beard, you kind of look like either Rob Leonard or Jerry Garcia, which is cool. We like that. And of course, we don't know what your other proclivities are, but we're going to dedicate this song to you because it's one of my favorites. It's going out to you here on Motormouth Radio. We'll be back with more of this fun in a few minutes. Keep it where you got it on 90.3 WHPC.
I'd like to dedicate this next number. No, really. I want to play this one for all the people